part of making a house smart today is by also adding some type of security camera. And we see here there are so many cameras. This is some of the cameras. There are different styles. Some runs batteries, some require power. But the question is, what will be the best camera for you? And you just go out and going crazy. I should buy this. I should buy that. What is my best choices are? So in this video, we're going to clear some of those questions you may have. Let's begin now. How are we doing, everyone? This is Dario from MEDIABOXENT. So today we're going to talk about some of these cameras and hoping we can clear some of these things. In my case, I do have cameras as well, but I use it for to watch my pets or my cats when I go away and make sure that everything is okay. And also I have one I can stream direct to the software. When we do YouTube Live, I can stream the studio. That's one type of thing you can use. A lot of people use these for nanny. Some people nanny cam they call it. Some you can use as spies. There are many kinds. Some require, some it will run up to 6 months with battery. Some require power. So let's go over some of this. I will leave you the link right below this video. Each one of these cameras. And also I have videos in each one of these single cameras I went over. So if you want to learn more about the camera and see how the application work, just click the link below and you can see the full video description of each one. Well, let's start with the bell. The most famous one is the Ring, right? But then after the Ring, all the companies come out, and this kind of one company come out with the Ring style. And let me show you this. Now, one thing is good about is runs some battery and runs some electricity. The nice thing, something like the Ring, the only thing you got to do, and I think it's what, 32 volts. You just remove your all switch. If you're talking United States, they use the same. It's a standard. So you just remove the switch, and you plug it around the back, and now you power this up 24 hours a day. It connects with the Wi-Fi. But also comes with 2 batteries. So in case you lose the power, then you have the batteries backup. But let's say in all the cases, maybe you don't have the 32 volts or the 24 volt power coming in, then you can use the battery, and the battery lasts about 4 months. It depends on the traffic, depends how many times the camera get activated. That's what the battery will start running faster, but should last about 4 months. Anyway, the application will let you know when you run out of battery. Now, the nice thing about one of these cameras is, let's say now when you activate something like the Ring and you have an advertisement, you can be in the Caribbean, right? Somebody press the button right over here. Now your phone will ring because you install a special application that comes with this. You swap it, and then now you can answer the phone call. Now you can be sitting in the Caribbean having a pina colada, and you can say to the guy, listen, I'm busy right now. I can and answer the door. Come back next week, or whatever the case. So whatever who's ringing there in the house will never know that you are in the Caribbean. So kind of they secures the house that way. Or you get a package delivery and you can tell the guy, listen, leave it on my neighbor or leave it in the next door or whatever the case, right? So it's a cool way to secure the house. They don't know if you are in the house or if you are not. You can be anywhere, and it connects with the Wi-Fi. I know the nice thing is if the power goes off, they're still running and they're still recording. It has a nice vision. Also, when it sends a message, let's say somebody gets close to your house, and if you activate that, automatically will send you a message to your phone saying, listen, somebody's speaking around the door. So you can go and automatically click your application, take a picture, will start recording, and nobody knows you're doing that until somebody actually press that and this lights up. So that's one way to secure the house. Real nice. And this one's very economic. I can't remember the price. I'll leave you the link right below. And that's about with the Ring. And this is one way to start. You secure your main interest door. Now, another nice camera. This one, what I like about this one lasts about 6 months in one charge. Because problem sometimes with the cameras we have is we need power. And you want to put it right in the corner of your room. There is no an outlet there. So you have to run some part of the cable. In my case, I do have some of those, and I have to try like a small gauge wire, 22 gauge wire, and try to hide it between the walls, because you don't want it like people see the cable, but you always see some of the wire. and that's kind of tough. They run a USB. They use 5 volts. So you have to put the power supply. Wonderful for that, but it's hard to find a plug right the spot you want it. So you can use one camera like this one, and we had two different cameras, Mascarin and Limo. These two cameras. Now the nice thing with this one, I didn't try 6 months, but they claim they should last about 6 months the battery on this camera. Now the nice thing about this, again, this one has a speaker and microphone. And by the way, I didn't say that here now. For the bell, you had a speaker and microphone. But this camera has a speaker and microphone, so you can listen to anything going on in the house, or if somebody goes in the house, you can actually, the applications, get on the house and record and I'll call the cops. Right? Let's match it that way. It has right the bottom, you can put in a tripod, has a standard like they use for microphones, camera, so I think it's a quarter screw, infrared, and the lens and the speaker in the back. Now the nice thing about this, it uses 5 volts, so you will have to either plug it in, or what you can do, you can come with this little tag. You use this, you can either use 3M sticker or comes with a screw. The nice thing with this, you can just go, you see this, it has a magnetic thing, and now you can point this anywhere you want it. So imagine you have the round the corner, and you just go and grab this like this, charge it full, and then it will last you 6 months. Anyway, the application will let you know when you run out of battery. You put it around the corner, and that's it. Then after a few months, you go back, take the camera, recharge your camera from the back. Now the nice thing too, you can put a micro SD card, and also will record. Now, when you got this type of camera, the nice thing is most people will activate it when you be at work. So if you are 9 to 5, you set the schedule on the application, say it's from 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, start matter on my house. And then after 5 o'clock, automatic turns off. Or when you go to bed, it maybe comes on again. Some of the room you can monitor when you are in bed. So this one has a nice vision. But one plus on this particular camera is it runs out of battery, and it lasts up to 6 months. I didn't try personally 6 months, but it should last and up to 6 months. So that's one big goal. Now, the application and this one, you can set the schedules. You can control what days to turn it on, and also if you have any pet, you want to regulate the sensor. That way, if you dog goes around, you got to not turn it on. And I do that in my cameras. They say only detects a full body. We want to do that in all the cameras anyway. You don't want to send a signal every second. Now, the nice thing too, it has a memory. It records in a loop format, 3 minutes. So you can choose 1 minute or 3 minutes. All cameras work some way. So when the memory is full, we'll go back and delete the first file that was maybe recorded about a month ago. And why do you want to record there? Because you're not going to be monitored on 24 hours and you sell. Sometimes you sell is off, or you are busy to check your phone number. To check your telephone, right? So this will keep recording, even though you have the message run your phone. Now you can go back and review and play what was recorded into the memory card. So that's why it's good to install a memory card in this. If you cannot, check in your telephone, check your cell phone every minute. That's one big plus. And this one, they run about, I think, $60 to $80. Some of these cameras are more expensive, I guess, because of the battery, and they're simple to install. And now, if you have power close to them, then you can install it. There's no power supply into it, so you have to grab some of the cheap power supply, maybe from your old cell phone. A lot of cameras, you need to get some type of power supply. They'll use 5 volts. Now, another one, this one is too. Now, by the way, they're all 1080s. Okay, this is another 1080. This is a much economic version of this. This one requires power to work. Comes with their own application, 1080p. This is pretty simple too to install. I don't know if you guys ever see one of this. And you can put it right in the desk, right in the table. Let me take the little sticker here. like this. It has a night vision. The only thing you have to, the night vision, you have to schedule the night vision. If you know after 7 o'clock gets dark, then you set the schedule, turn on the night vision after 7 o'clock. It has a microphone as well, and little speaker. And right over here, you put your micro SD card. I think they're about a $25, 1080p. And power, again, no power supply. None of these things comes with the power. I'm sorry, it comes with the power supply. I was wrong. So this one has a power supply with the cable, and it's good to put it anywhere. Now it comes with the 3M sticker. You can put the 3M sticker right over here and stick it right on the wall. That's one thing you can do. And this is a connected version, and this one requires power all the time. Say with the other ones, they are more expensive because of battery. Now, if you have power close to you, then that will be one good thing. And they are nice because you can put it right on the desk. I said this is more like a level entry, but for security, we don't need anything crazy. You can have one of these. Even the ones I have around my house, they are that all already compared. They're coming out with these cameras all the time. In mine, they're like already 5 years old, and it still works. If it works, we don't need to change it. But this is one way. This is another camera that requires 1080. Then we have another camera here. This one requires power all the time. But what is nice about this one, this particular one, has a speaker, microphone, night vision, high definition. We can install the micro SD that's right in the bottom, right there. We can put the memory card. The nice thing about this one, you can control this from your phone. It goes all around in 110 pan, so you can put it all the way up and all the way down, and you can rotate, right? I think 330 degrees, you can rotate the camera anywhere. The nice thing too, you can set the smart follow-up, and if somebody goes inside the house, the camera will follow you, would actually move after the person moves. So that's a nice thing. And you can control through the application. You can send it up and down, or you can put it right somewhere, and you can just start recording all the time in one section, and you can change it to record another section of the house. You can control everything with the application. Now this one does require power all the time. Again, it comes with only screw and everything, so you can stick it right on the wall to hold it. But it requires power. But the difference that this one will move. So if you need something that will move, do you need something to follow, or you need something to maybe record one section of the house during the morning and then control another section of the house. So with this, you can just move the camera and see one section. Or if you get a message, now you can say, okay, what's going on? You can move the camera and see what's going on around the house. I think this is a good call. A little more expensive, this camera, but it's good if you look at something that moves when and requires something around the house. Again, it has a speakerphone. You can send a signal there and say, listen, get out of the house. I'm calling the cops. And it has a nice vision, yes, two-way audio. And it has a pan. So that's a plus thing on this type of camera. So if you look at a camera, they move, it pans all around, up and down. That's your call. So that's this type of camera. So the next cameras we have here, this guy. Now, this kind is mostly like what you see in the stores. They are IP66. I mean, they are rain-proof, dust-proof, so you can put it outside and it can run all the one and nothing will happen to the camera. But you see a lot of indoor the house. You see a lot of sometimes on the lights, on the street lights, they use this type of camera, and they use in the store. They're not, we can say they're more industrial type, but they're not. Some people may want to have this outside the house, but if you have in a store or something, that will be the call to do this. Now, these cameras are powered over the internet. But you need to have the right cable, the right devices to power it up over the internet. Now, these cameras comes with everything what you need to install it around the wall. Now, this particular one, it will now move. Some has pan. Now, this one will have no pan, no microphone, but it has a good resolution. I got two versions here. One is 1080, another one is 4K. They are so good that technically, if you put it aside, you can see a license plate of a car if you want to zoom in. They are real powerful cameras. And we see these ones in the stores. Now, these cameras, and we see here, it comes with all the screws. You take this apart, and then you set the angle of the length. So technically, if you have this way, you set the point down. If you put it up in the ceiling, you put it in this way, and you see here it's all sealed, so they can run all you want, and nothing happen to the camera. Now, to power this up, all the cameras, even though they're powered over the internet, so you can power over the internet. And if you will know if you have power, because it has a green light there. So if this green light comes on, then you get signal. Now you can control this with your web browser. You can control this with the application. And also it have the 12 volts power. Now most of the cameras don't have any power, so you have to look the manufacturer or get a standard 12 volts. In my case, the one I have in the studio, it has no power. I just use a regular 2 amp power supply transformer, 12 volt, and it works perfect. And I still have the internet cable, so this one is not wireless. All these cameras, they show you that wireless. That's some of this camera that comes wireless and wire. It's one of these ones that allow you to use either wire or wireless. But all these cameras I show you here, they are all wireless. Now this one requires the power to work. The nice thing is you put it on the ceiling, you can put it outside, and you can zoom in even to see a nice display. Now this one has a nice vision. All these cameras, we can see the LED there. It has a powerful, nice vision, a super high resolution. And mostly you control to a web browser, or you need a DVR unit. So a lot of people use this for DVR unit. So if you had a DVR unit, this is the type of cameras you need. I would say this one's more for the store type. So if you have a store, this is the camera that you need, to watch your merchandises or whatever you need. So these are two. The different one is 4K, and the other one is 1080. So now they got nice 4K cameras. And now we get to the more, I will say now more the spice camera. They're all spice, but this one are more spice than the other ones. This tiny version one. The one I got over here, this is kind of cool because look how small it is. This one is real small. This one will last 2 hours, one charge. It has a magnet here, so you can stick this in your fridge. You stick this anywhere, it will say boom, and it will start sending you video. And the video 1080 high definition. I saw that on my phone because I'll give you a link when I talk about this camera. You can see the full video, and it has amazing streaming right on my phone. So most of the people say they use maybe as a spy camera. You can hide this anywhere. It's a USB, and you can put also a micro SD card again, and you can turn on and off the night vision. You have to schedule the night vision for this, and it comes with a little snake where you can put it around your computer, USB, and it comes also with a cable, so you can just put a regular power supply and power it up these 24 hours. Or if you want to do something that only requires 2 hours of worth of battery, you can just put it in and you set the schedule, and when somebody will get close to that, it starts recording and it sends you the signal to your video, to your phone, or it records right over here. They don't take the memory and review it. But that's a tiny one for a 1080 camera. Real good. So if you're looking at something small, I would say this is the one good call for this. And I'll leave you the link for this one. And then the next one we have, and let me move this around. And this one truly spice one, because this one is a frame. This is a picture frame, but a picture frame with the camera. Now, where you see the camera here, and this way you put it in, you can either put this around the wall or use this to hold it this way. Now, believe it or not, that's a camera. You see, where do you see the camera? Well, the camera is right over here. This thing has a night vision. Now, I didn't test it that long, but it lasts almost like 9 months in one charge. That's crazy. You just hang it there, and one charge, it lasts 9 months. Now, when they say 9 months or is it 6 months, it's depending on the traffic. Now, if you put in a high area traffic, should the battery is going to run out faster because it's recording all the time. But if you put in somewhere there is not a lot of traffic, then it should last up to 9 months. Anyway, the application will let you know when you need to charge. To charge this, you have to remove the cover. You just remove the cover up, and it has a little plug where you charge. You can put the memory right over here. It has a nice vision. high definition, and it sends you all the information right into your application. And that's a good, if you want to put something on the wall, nobody knows really, you put a nice picture, whatever you want to put here, and that's it. And that, nobody knows it's actually a camera hiding there. Or you can activate it when you go vacation. You activate that during the day. You can put that pointed like in the door, your main door entry, or whatever. Now, so to conclude this, we had tons of cameras. We had the cameras that can be running with battery. We have the cameras that require power for business type, and then the two kinds for the spice camera. So it depends what exactly you need. It's what you have to choose of. So it all depends what you need. Now, I hope with this, I clear some of this type of camera. There are many more. I'm sure there are many more. But with this, is give you some basic, maybe, okay, that's what I need. I need it once. It has no plug. I've just put it in and forget about it. And every 4 months, I charge my camera. Well, I want something like more spice one, and I get like the one that looks like a nice picture frame. So if you have any questions, any comments, let me know right below this video. Thank you.